You are listening to the Soul Curators Podcast, where we get into the funk and soul of things. It's all about good conversations about music. So come join us.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Soul Curators. This is Soup's Kitchen. We also got Christina Curates. 1/3 is missing. We got Mr. Goodbar missing. I'm representing with the Listen to the Remedy shirt. We have a special interview today. We have Misha with us today. So we're going to get into this interview. I'm not good at this intro thing. I'm trying my best.
You're doing perfect. That was great. Hey, everybody. This is Christina Curates here.
Hey, look, I can't do Mr. Goodbar. I'm coming close.
You're not going to be Mr. Goodbar. Mr. Goodbar is himself, and you are Soups. So, Misha, glad that you could join us today. How are you doing today?
Thank you. It's an honor to talk with you guys, and thanks for asking me to be a part of this. And I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm really enjoying the weather we have here. Since I'm from Finland, and the summer thing is kind of short and rare for us. So now I'm just been relaxing and enjoying the nice weather. And usually I just sit inside the studio and watch into the cold darkness from my window. And now it's been kind of nice season. So I'm doing great.
That's good to hear. So we are definitely a few hours different. So we were glad that we were able to catch you in your evening time and our daytime. So how long have you been doing music?
Depends where I start to count from, but I guess like probably a bit more than 20 years ago I started rapping. So I started as an MC, and then I started producing on the side. So I started producing my own tracks. And yeah, so I've been producing, I guess, almost 15 years and rapping for 20 years.
Okay, that's longevity.
Yeah, and for a long time it was pretty like local here. The rap project, I was doing it in Finnish, so it kind of stayed inside the small country before I switched more into producing.
Okay.
And so you had mentioned one of your favorites, producer, rapper is Odyssey. I noticed that you had got a chance to work with him back in 22. How was that experience working with someone that you idolized?
Yeah, that was my kind of like biggest thing so far as a producer. When I even got to meet him, I didn't even care if we're gonna do a song, but just to be able to meet him and tell him like that I've been a big fan of his music and trying to make it not sound too awkward. So even meeting him was an amazing experience. But yeah, got to work with him and to have him featuring on my album was definitely like one of the biggest things. And yeah, I guess it's for everyone if they get to meet and work with their idols, it's one of those special things.
And that's one of my favorites. Slippin' is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'm sure it was a dope experience to be able to work with him and to, that someone that you looked up to and that you love his music. So
he was a nice guy. I forgot to mention that. Usually people say that don't meet your idols, you might be disappointed, but it wasn't the case with Odyssey. Like he had feet on the ground and like super nice guy.
That is definitely true. I'm glad to hear that for you. So you've said that he is one of your inspirations. Who are your other inspirations with the music, with your emceeing and your producing?
From the MCs, I would probably say, if I start with the big names, I would say Nas. Nas was definitely like probably affected the most, like the way I rap and the flow, lyrics, everything. Like Nas and all the like legendary East Coast 90s like rappers from the 90s. I mean, Wu-Tang Clan was the first rap group I heard. So probably some of those guys. And Gangstar, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, like all those legendary groups. And maybe I should say Slum Village as well. And also not only because the production was great by Jay Dilla. So a few names to drop, probably those like rap groups and MCs affected my raps a lot. And then from the producer side, probably Jay Dilla, Pete Rock, DJ Premier,
nice,
Battle Cats, and something, and Odyssey, of course, as mentioned before. But
that's a dope group.
I keep forgetting names, but like probably like it would be a long list. But those are some of the producers I've been looking up to a lot.
Yeah, that's it. That's a great list.
So we interviewed Be My Fiasco early on this season, and we saw.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yes, we see that she was just there with you working on some music. So I'm happy and excited to hear what you guys put out. Can you tell us about that experience? I know that was her first time in Finland.
Yeah, that was her first time in Finland, and that was first time for me as well that somebody from the States like travel all the way to here to make music, because this is usually like everybody skip this country, even like all the big artists from the States or even from the UK, when they do European tour, they go to like almost every other country than Finland, because this is so small, so it doesn't have enough audience. So when Jay-Z and Beyonce were doing the European tour, they went to Sweden, Norway, Denmark, but they didn't come to Finland. So I was surprised that somebody actually, came over here, and so I really appreciated Be My Fiasco for flying here. And it seems like, she definitely picked the right time to come here. As I told you, the weather is shitty, but she came right in the perfect season, and she spent here a bit less than a week. And yes, we were working on an EP. Also, showed her some Finnish specialties, like took her to sauna and some other Finnish things. So yeah, we started working on a collaborative project because she was featuring on my last album, Radiant. And as we kind of Your Body was the track, and that kind of gave us an idea that we should probably work on some more tracks, and now we're working on a project.
That's dope.
Yeah, I really love Be My Fiasco's music and the way she writes and sings, and also the musical family she's a part of, like the foreign exchange music. Like, I'm a big fan of all those guys. Like, I forgot to say Little Brother and Ninth Wonder as a producer also, that affected me, my way to produce. But like the foreign exchange, like all the artists that part of that musical family, I really highly resonate with.
Well, you are definitely along with us, because we are big fans of foreign exchange as well. We've interviewed Misha and Cy Smith, so we're kind of going down the line a little bit with the interviews. So yes, we are definitely big, huge fans.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
So do you have a date on when this Be My Fiasco EP is coming?
We don't have a date yet, but probably safe to say that it will be 2025, probably, the beginning of the year or spring. But she has her own project to drop before that, and I also have some stuff scheduled. But yeah, like next year, but definitely we're going to drop the project and a few singles before that.
And so with you just mentioning that you have a project, so you just dropped your project Radiant, and right after you dropped that project, you gave us a really dope single, Satellites. Is that going to be part of your new project?
No, that was just like a one-off single, but we've been working with some multiple songs with this rapper Blake Anthony. We have some other songs as well, but I think they will be part of his album or EP.
Okay.
So yeah, that was just like a one-off single. I kind of try to keep some time before I drop my next project because the album took so much time to work on, and I usually just keep dropping new music, but I kind of think maybe I should wait a bit before I drop the next project.
Okay, all right.
And that project Radiant was, thank you for sending, I know artists usually send packs of their albums and whatnot, and I definitely appreciate you sending that to me, because that has still been played on my mix and throughout my personal listenings. So can you tell us about, you have some really dope artists that you worked with: Evil Needle, Amber Navran, Riva DeVito. I mean, the list is endless. Tell us what that process and how long did it take for you to create that?
I think it took around 3 years. I kind of started working on this project a bit at the same time when I was still finishing up with my debut album Nocturnal. So just for the past few years, I've been just trying to collaborate with as many artists as possible, like the artists that I really love and like their music, because I started releasing instrumentals as a producer. So now I kind of switched more from that into working with rappers and singers. So I was just working on a big stack of songs with different artists, and then I had like these two concepts kind of intertwined together. So I was working on both of them at the same time. So they have kind of this getaway theme, like outer space theme. Space is the place, a bit like that Sun Ra had in his music, but not a bit different approach, but still kind of like that I'm not on planet Earth, but I'm somewhere in the space. So I was just it was a lot of work. I can say like a lot of remote work, because all those artists are living in different cities and different countries. Some sessions we did together, but like I would say 90% of those songs were recorded remotely. So we were doing like a lot of sending tracks through Instagram, like sending emails, Dropbox links, whatever. And even the music video that we did with Moonchild's Amber Navran, I was thinking like, I didn't have the budget to fly her over, because these are like independent releases. I mean, even the first album had a small label behind, but we had like zero budget. So I was paying from my own pocket. So I was thinking, I want to make a music video, but I can afford to fly to LA or fly her over to Finland. So I thought maybe we should do like a green screen video. That would make more sense, because it was very hard to match the LA scene with Finnish scene. Like, LA, you have all these palm trees and nice weather, and here, like what I'm going to shoot here. So it was kind of funny, to do it remotely, but also a bit challenging, because everybody were using different microphones, and I had to kind of put it all together.
Cool.
But it was nice. It was a nice journey.
Definitely, yeah. That video was dope, and I love Amber. It's cool how you were able to, or how you have like the video with Dornick, and how I'm sure you guys are in different places as well. And the kind of the idea of you guys it was a dope video. So good job on that. If you were the one that actually put that together.
Yeah, I mean, I edited all the other videos, but the video for Amber's song, that I needed some help with, because I'm not really video guy. I'm just trying to do some visuals, but not still learning a lot. My wife is a videographer and photographer, and I think I have a long way to go still, but I'm trying my best.
That's cool.
That's what's up. No, I had a question about the song Back There with Dornick. And when creating that song, did it have the Michael Jackson feel when you were creating it, or was it something that happened after, or was that even a thought? Because to me, it feels like it's a Michael Jackson feel, but maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No, it's funny that you mentioned Michael Jackson, because we started working on that beat with this Finnish keyboardist Jussi Halme, who's been making music since late 70s. So we have like 30 years of age difference, but I've been working a lot with him. Like, I used to sample his songs, and then we became friends and like doing music together, and he's sort of my mentor, became sort of my mentor figure in a way. But like we did a sketch of that beat, like I programmed the drums, and he played the chords, and I like did the production around it, and then we kind of sent it to Nate Smith, like the drummer, and I asked him if he would be down to be a part of this song and kind of like replay the drums that I had programmed, and he was down. And I mean, Nate Smith is one of the greatest drummers alive, like hands down. So I was really blown away that he wanted to be part of this song. And then I asked Nate Smith if he has any vocalists in mind, because I already was like, had like a lot of artists that I reached out to, and I couldn't think of like who would be the right fit. And he said like, let's, I know this like British guy, Dornick, and he has a bit like of this MJ sound in his singing.
Yeah.
So that's the Michael Jackson reference he gave me, and I like that idea. And then like from the first demo, I was convinced that this is the right like vocalist for this track. But Nate Smith basically said the Michael Jackson thing as well. So you're not the only one.
Okay, I was wondering, because I got that feel. The minute I heard it, that's exactly the feel that I got.
Yeah, he has that like early Michael Jackson sound, I think.
Yeah.
And also like Dornick being a drummer background is also interesting. Maybe that's how they know each other, both drummers, but Dornick became a singer later.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Okay. And that, again, the connections between the musicians that we've talked about and the people that we love. Dornick worked with Foreign Exchange. Nate Smith has done, has worked with, I think he's done background or the drums for Zoe and Tall Black Guy when they performed a few times. So it's crazy how the connections are, the 6 degrees of separation. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a small group of people after all. Like, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I also see that you have a lot of work with Evil Needle. And then I think my first time hearing you was on the Chill Hop series that they do. I love, like you said you were doing instrumentals before you started doing music with singers. But Evil Needle is a pretty dope artist as well. You have a few songs with him too, right? Yeah,
he's like one of the producers I've been working most with. Like, we probably have around 50. I can't remember the exact number, but we have plenty of songs released and also plenty of songs unreleased with him. And he's also used to be one of those producers that was kind of like looking up to. We don't have that much of age difference, but I used to listen to his music, and then we kind of ended up releasing music on the same label, on Chill Hop Music, and that's how we kind of got to know each other. So like we've been working a lot on some future projects, like instrumental, and then with one singer called Nefertiti Avani. We are working on a collaborative project with her as well, together with Evil Needle. I don't know if I should say this. It's been kind of a secret, but here we go. It's public now.
Well, the bag is out.
We're working on a project. Yeah.
When you come to the Soul Curators, you got to give us something.
Yeah. So you heard it here first.
Yes, you heard it here first on Soul Curators. So that is wonderful, because I really do enjoy the chill hop vibe, or just being able to just throw on some music. And the pace is just mellow and just like not groovy, but it's just something that you can just like, you know, chill to, do music. Do work to. It's a vibe. It's a good vibe that I definitely enjoy.
And that's exactly how I got up to you too, off of Chill Hop. Just putting on Chill Hop, and I don't exactly remember the first song I heard from you, but anytime I saw your name on something, I listened. Like I said, when I saw you and Odyssey work together, I was just like, I gotta listen to it. And it's one of my favorite songs that I've had on my playlist show a couple times. So that and Prove It are my two songs that are just in constant rotation. So I
really appreciate the support, guys. I really do. That means a lot that people outside from Finland are listening to my music.
It's dope.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy because we talk amongst the three of us, Soups and Mr. Goodbar, about how our listeners of our individual mixes are really from all over the world. And it's like, we're looking at this like, where is America in this? You know, most of the time it's from different places. So it's definitely dope and crazy how you can listen to or be exposed to people that you've never met before and that you probably never will go to where they are, but they make really dope music and they, you know, share some common likes and stuff from you. So that's just the love and the beauty of music, right? And how that
exactly happens. And that's also the beautiful, like, even though there's like a lot of crazy shit going on internet and all, like, but still, like, the beautiful side of internet and social media is that you're able to connect with people that you wouldn't be able to connect with without it. Like, if I would take Instagram or any like form of social media out of the equation, I wouldn't have any of, like, 90% of these artists I wouldn't have on my albums because I'm based here. So that kind of gave me the opportunity to work with people outside of this country. So I have to be really thankful for these tools and technology, even though, like, sometimes I hate like the social media. Like, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be reading and like all like people sharing like a lot of news without any source criticism. But then, like, the ability to connect with people is the beautiful side of social media.
That is true. And that is actually how we all met. We are all in different places and we met on social media with our shared interests in different artists. Yeah. So and then we finally met each other face to face at the I forget the name of the festival. Help me out, Soups.
Made in Durham, Little Brother Festival.
Little Brother Festival.
I would have been there. I mean, if I was living in the States, I would definitely be in that festival. I saw some pictures from there.
It was a wonderful experience.
That was our first time meeting. Yep. So
that's so nice. So you guys met online and then.
Yeah. But I have the same feelings about social media. Like, it's a love-hate relationship with social media. Like, if I didn't have to be on it, I wouldn't be on it. But being able to connect with people that you would never be able to connect with because they live overseas or they live hundreds of miles away, social media is helpful for that. But, other than that, like, I don't want to be on social media.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, I wanted to leave Facebook, for example, so many times. I mean, probably I could already leave Facebook because I'm mostly on Instagram, but I guess you just need to find the balance and be able to filter a lot of content and not spend too much time there. But I would still definitely use it because it gave me so much,
Yes, I have two separate accounts actually. One for like the music stuff that I do, and then a personal account. But I made it specifically for the music side to just be really music. I don't need to see any gossip. I don't want to see any foolishness. And then the other account is more so for maybe news, or sometimes I'll look at some gossip stuff on my other account. But it can be overwhelming. But at the same time, it's like you said, just that balance, because you get to meet so many people, and you've worked with so many people, and I'm just looking at the names of the folks that you've done music with, and I'm like, you got a good list of people that you've worked with. So thank you for for your gift in music, because we definitely appreciate it, and we definitely listen to it, and we definitely will support it and push it for sure.
No, thank you. I really appreciate the support, and I would love to, send you. I already promised Mr. Goodbar to send him a copy of Radiant vinyl, but I think I need to send 2 copies. You guys all live in separate places, so I should send multiple copies of that vinyl. So if you can, share me some addresses, or maybe I could send to one address, and then when you guys meet the next time, I would love to send the vinyls over to you.
Oh, we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
We definitely appreciate that. That will go in my little small collection, because I started a little vinyl collection the last couple of years and need to, expand. So definitely that would be great. We appreciate that.
The collectors.
Yeah, I need to get rid of some vinyls anyway. I've been collecting a lot. I haven't been buying new ones for a while though. So, but it's so hard to get rid of them. I just don't want to get rid of them.
Have you been to the States and collected vinyl?
Not to States, because it's so hard to bring them back here.
Okay.
But I've been collecting a lot locally, and I used to have this weird hobby of collecting Soviet jazz and Soviet soul, kind of funk kind of music, which there was plenty of in the 70s.
Right.
So I used to travel to Russia to collect vinyls and to sample from, and I actually curated one compilation for Chill Hop music that we were using samples from Soviet era, from the 70s, and we cleared all the samples, and that was a lot of jazz and maybe some more funkier stuff. But I have pretty big collection of Soviet grooves, so that's one interesting what would be the right word, detail in my
interesting facts.
Music making. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of dope stuff. I'm sure you guys would love some of that music too, but it's not available anywhere. On YouTube, but then you need to know Cyrillic, the Russian letters, to be able to search.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah. Right. And sometimes
I can send you some stuff from my collection.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. Yeah. So I have one more question. I don't know if Soups may have another question, but I know you have your music that you are making yourself, that you're creating. So do you have a few artists that you listen to on your, I guess, spare time? I put those in quotation marks. But do you have an artist or two that you listen to in your spare time?
A lot. It's hard to pinpoint any specific artist, so it would probably make sense if I say what I've been listening to lately. I need to say this Dutch, I think he's originally from Netherlands, half Armenian and half Dutch producer called Soul Qurators. He's also a singer. I love his production. He's amazing.
Yes, Soul Qurators is extremely dope. So yeah, okay, yes.
Soul Qurators, Devin Morrison. Then there's this Canadian producer duo called Potato Head People. I don't know if you guys remember.
Very, very dope. Yeah. They dropped. They up there. Their last album is great.
It's amazing. The album they dropped, Eat Your Heart Out, and I was just listening that album on repeat. So that's basically one of the latest albums I've been bumping. Those come to my mind first. Let me see if I have this inspiration list on Spotify, because I keep forgetting the names. There are so many of them. Black Milk. Black Milk.
Yeah.
Like his last album was amazing. I was like interested again in rap music. I mean, he also was doing some singing there, but like the beats and the raps, I would put him like on the same list as Odyssey on like my sources of inspiration.
Okay, so that means that is like 6 degree separation from you possibly working with Dwelle. Wouldn't that be? Not sure.
I was about to say
that. With Dwelle.
Dwelle.
Yeah, he's from Detroit, and Black Milk is also from Detroit, so that's some connection there.
Yeah, Dwelle any day. Like if I would get the opportunity to work with him or Black Milk, I would do it right away. I would stay up all night.
You know what you should say? Like, okay, so you're in my eyes, you're a pretty big producer, and a lot of people enjoy working with you. You've worked with some incredible artists. I think you should reach out to Dwelle and tell him that he needs to work on one of your songs because it's much needed.
Should I? Would he actually read my message? I mean, I should probably try because I've been a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you should definitely.
I think I might just do it.
Yes, please do. Because listen,
and you know what you should do when you do this? You should let him know the Soul Curators told you, specifically Soup's Kitchen told you.
They told me to reach out.
Yes. And then he's going to be like, okay, who is they? And then you're going to tell them who we are. So that will be perfect. No, but seriously, though, I think that...
I'll definitely say that. I'm going to reach out to him now that you gave me the idea.
I think that because of who you've worked with before and just the vibe that you give and that your music has, he would fit in perfectly.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And you should try to get him on the next album that you're doing. You should definitely try to get him on there because we need his music. You know what I mean? And we need somebody like you for giving him great production. So that
would be crazy to have Dwelle on to collaborate. I'll just give it a try. Try.
Let us know how it goes too.
Do you guys know Darian Brockington?
Yes, we're actually getting ready to interview him too. So yes.
Dope, because we just made a song. We just made a song with him.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up.
I don't want to tell too much about it but yeah, we just did a song and I think it turned out pretty damn good. Like, he's such a great singer.
Is it now, because we are such great people over here at Soul Curators, is it possible that we could possibly hear this song before it's released so we could talk to Darren Brockington about it? Is it possible?
It's his song, so I would probably it would be his call if he wants to play it, but
yeah, we don't want you to get in trouble. Look, Soup is gonna pull. He's gonna try to pull us with the strings. We definitely we understand.
Yeah, if I would know him a bit better, we just got to work with him. All I can say, we did a song together, and I think it sounds amazing. So if Darian gives you guys, permission because it's his song, so I wouldn't want to leak it without his permission.
Absolutely not. And if that look, we would blame Soups for that, and we do not want that.
Now, if we were able to hear this, if it was given to us, we would protect it with our lives. Like, we would not let anybody hear it. It would only be between us. We would protect the song.
Listen. No,
I'm sure Darian would send you the song.
Yeah, but that is not his song, so we are not going to let him come on now. He's playing. But no, we definitely have enjoyed this conversation, and we definitely appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule with your family and with your music. And it has been, like I said, thank you for sharing your music with us, and just thank you.
Thank you for having me
today. Yes.
We truly appreciate this, and truly, let us know if there's anything that we can do for you. Our platforms are open. There are, I forgot the number, but I think there's 6 platforms between the 4 of us that we can just share your music to. And so you have our email. Whatever you want us to play, just continue to send it, and we'll put it on and get it into rotation. And just one more thing, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you through social media, people that they can follow you, your music, Bandcamp, however people can get to your music. Let everybody know.
So probably the best way would be on Instagram. My name is Misha Beats on Instagram, and also the same name on Bandcamp. So
okay.
Like I have most of my music available, of course, on Spotify, but Bandcamp is the best way to support, and then to reach out would be, and connect would be on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm always checking out the messages, and I also have my email address under my biography on Instagram, so you can also send me email. I'm very open to, collaborate with good people.
That's what's up. We can't wait to get more from you. Whenever you want to come through and do another interview, if you got anything to promote, we are open. Let us know.
Thank you guys so much, and I would love to meet you one day in person, hopefully during my next US trip.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
So for those
of
you
guys, send me your addresses so I can send you the vinyls.
We definitely will.
We'll send it to them.
So those of you that are listening, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like us. Send us a comment on either Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you're listening to us. And that's a wrap. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Soul Qurators Podcast, powered by the MPN Network. You can check us out on all streaming platforms where podcasts are available.